They have no food. If they die, they die, I suppose. All right, good luck. Hey, Dwarf, Civ, and Stellaris, instead of being great miners, they were the galaxy's food barons. Supplied the galaxy with all the food. People never attacked you. Dwarves are really good at negotiation. It's a weird, yeah, it's an interesting Stellaris playthrough. All my Stellaris playthroughs always ended in me trying to just conquer everyone and just killing everything indiscriminately, which is kind of how my RimWorld runs usually turn out. I wonder why that is. All right, here we go. Cassandra is awake. There's her first raid. Are any of those nimble? We can just let them take the traps. I'd like to get some shooting experience. Oh, they're tough Neanderthals, so they're gonna take a lot of traps down. So I will end up fighting them. Try to avoid some of that at least. So, okay, mushrooms are almost ready. Mad donkey. Oh, okay. Neanderthal versus donkeys. Well, I know who's gonna win this one. Yeah, poor donkey. So mushrooms are almost done, and we will replace the rice. Let's just throw some cotton down there temporarily. My favorite StarCraft 2 player, probably Bjorn. I don't know, Bjorn's not like he used to be, but when Bjorn is at full form and microing, especially TVZ, it's one of my favorite people of all time to watch, you know. But one of my favorite moments of StarCraft was actually because I was there. I was at the World Championship at BlizzCon 2 years in a row, and I got to watch MMA win his World Championship. I got to see MC. Good times. Oh, there was more. I was wondering why it was only 2. It was a multi-side raid. I was like, that seems pretty small for Cassandra. Oh gosh, Neanderthal man. Get that shooting experience. All right, Cassandra's first real raid. It ended up being, what was it, 4 or 5 tribals. Biotech is really good, if for no other reason than it just adds so much to the game. It just adds so much more than the other DLCs. It feels like 2 or 3 DLCs in one. So no, so okay, so how Cassandra works. So Cassandra has a cycle. She has a 10.6 day cycle. Cassandra can attack you with up to 2 major events in 4.6 days. When she does that, she goes on cooldown for 6 days. So if you want to game Cassandra a little bit, basically what you do is if you've had 2 major events within 4.6 days, you know that you're basically safe for 6 days. You can just literally go do whatever crap you want. Mine at the edge of the map. You don't really have to worry about it. So that's how Cassandra works. She has an 11.6 day cycle, 4.6 days on with up to 2 major events, usually 2, but sometimes only 1. She doesn't have to do 2. And then cooldown for 6 days. Yeah, the Neanderthal are really crazy about just how many traps they can take. Back up there. They're good. Salt Demon is happy, so we're going to have him pick this up. We set up a place for it, right? Yeah, we did. So it's cold downstairs, so my wife has come to the stream room where there's so many devices putting off heat. Turn the heat on. I would die. Recreation option for a computer that also serves as a heater. Oh, Cat's here. Zoe's here. What's up, Zoe? We're here to look at some dwarfs. Her dwarves like cats. Not in like the Alf likes cats sort of way. All right. Let's get some more of these trees cut. I gotta remember this map has a winter as well. What kind of kill box are you going for after the trap tunnel? Melee block? Yeah, mostly. Yeah. This run's gonna be heavy weapons. Oh, right. We don't have complex furniture yet. We're almost there. Do ad blocks affect me in any way? Yes, it costs me literal pennies. Alf, how dare you take pennies from me? I'm gonna get some free and approved loving going on here. Gotta get some baby dwarves going. Yeah, I think we'll be okay in beer in the long run. Uh-oh, Mule ran out of food. Oh no. Not Mule. Oh no. You can't force romance. You can force romance with biotech. See, there's a romance button now, and it'll tell you what the chances are. There is incest in the game, and it causes bad genes. Yep. Children affect raid points. They do. Yep. We'll get moved in there pretty soon. All right. Mule is here. Let's trade. So I would love to get that EMP. We're not going to be able to, but we know that they have one now. So we'll just accept that. We'll bring that silver back home. If they die, they die. We're just going to go ahead and do this. It's probably not great to do right now, but we'll go ahead and switch to biphasic just for the mood. Just play it a little slow. What hats do you use in the late game? I use whatever the highest % armor against getting one shot in the brain is. So whatever I can get to. So cataphract would be ideal. Helmet next, and then recon after that. I don't use like non-protective helmets in the late game, or non-protective hats, I should say. Definitely armor. Heat stroke. How hot is it in the mountain? Oh, it's 102 in there. Jeez. I have no way to help you. So had only vanilla and could get one DLC. Which would you choose? Right now, I'd choose biotech. Yeah. Soul Sapper is gonna smash things. All right, Soul Sapper. Holy crap! We took out 3 stacks of mushrooms. I think that extra melee damage applies for these breakdowns. Can you haul children off the map to reduce points? You can do that to reduce raid points on your current map. Yep. Holy crap, Soul Sapper, you're taking out half the food supply. We gotta get moved in. We gotta get moved in. Holy crap, man. If he takes out the beer. If you take out the beer, that would be really bad, actually. So for anyone that doesn't know, we have a gene that makes it so we literally die if we don't have beer. It's your gene. Major break on Mule. Don't care about Mule. Oh, man. Solar Flare doesn't matter, at least. Starvation on Mule. Yeah, come on back, Mule. You're fine. Takes a long time for them to die. Yeah, so 30 days we'll go into a coma. So if our people don't get beer in 30 days, they'll go into a coma. And if they don't get it in 30 more, they'll die. I think I might just get moved in here already. Hate that we're going to have to move all that junk out of there. Yeah, beer only takes 6 days. Yeah, and it creates quite a bit. So we got to get that built. If I close the mountain in, we can get bugs. So I'm not building a structure in there on purpose right now because I'm not quite ready for bugs. Wow, Mule actually made it back. Look at that. Mule actually made it back. All right, Mule. Help us. Oh my God. Straight into another social fight. Offered a backhanded compliment. So our dwarves are bigoted and that character is ugly. So work until you drop, Mule. Alcohol binge on Mule. Nope. No. Stop him. Don't let him drink that. They drink it instead. Oh, she's no dwarf. She doesn't get to drink. Do we nearly kill her? Nah, she's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about Mule. She'll be all right. All right, there we go. We got some fermenting barrels going. And I really should have got another growing person here, plant person, but well, we'll get them eventually. We just need to make a lot of babies. You love how alcohol binge is now an extinction level event, yeah, for this playthrough. Insulting spree? Oh no. Oh my God, I'm gonna let them just do the insults. I can't risk someone dying. We have 150% melee damage. Oh my Lord. Oh God. That's with tough and robust. If Mule survives, can we mod her into a dwarf? We have to feed babies a beer. I don't know how that's gonna work, yeah. How many hours do I usually take for a run? I would say like 30 to 40 hours for a run. Sometimes longer. This one will probably be longer. Actually, last one was about 40 hours. We have no real good way to keep it cooler right now. I need to get moved in up there. We're down to 3 beer in storage already. Uh-oh. Sticking in the mountain. The mountain is 96 degrees past cooler. I don't even have enough wood to keep the fire going, so it would take 2 or 3 passive coolers to get that entire thing cooled off. So we're gonna have to maybe we'll just make a little room back here, just big enough for, man, we gotta get more wood. Transport pod crash. Okay. Sucks not being a cannibal. Massive throne room of gold. I don't know. We'll see. Worthy of a dwarven king. I don't know if we'll get that far. Right now it's looking like no. Probably should have waited a little bit more to go into the mountain, honestly. Probably should have got like a normal base set up. Worried about getting that stabilized with just 5 people. And then going into the mountain. So if we lose this one, I'll end up doing that next time. How do you queue orders? Hold shift. All right, we'll see how that holds. And if we need a second one or we need to double up the wall, we'll go from there. Why is going in the mountain bad? Well, it's not necessarily just going in the mountains bad. It's having too many things to do with only 5 pawns is kind of bad early on because we just can't get any one thing completely done. So, any insight on Mace versus Warhammer? Mace has more DPS, but testing Warhammer pawn almost always wins against the Mace pawn. The DPS thing in RimWorld is pretty complex. There's some information in the Discord, but yeah, I haven't tested those two one for one. A gift. What do we got? 111 silver. Nice. All right, get this research done. All right, we can make beds. Seeing how good our melee is already, maybe it would be fine to just move in and have bugs spawn. Then we get to eat them. I don't know. I mean, we got a melee block. We only have one weapon, unfortunately. One ranged weapon, I should say. Quest available. Busted shuttle this early. Peaches. Millions of peaches. Word of trust. No, we don't want this right now. I miss being a cannibal. Is there a dwarf xenotype? There is now because I made one. You can make your own xenotypes. There we go. Dwarves. We'll literally die without alcohol. We're dwarves. We're not alcoholics. We're dwarves. Make mule bed? Absolutely not. Beds are for permanent residents. We will get moved up here pretty soon. Get that mined out pretty quickly. Mule, what a disgrace. Look at you. You're no dwarf. You're no tunnler. Some food. I know it's rough. We had plenty. And then someone, Soul Sapper, destroyed most of it. So we're probably going to go hunt again pretty soon. It's not really a close by place to hunt either. Murderous Rage. I think not Mule. Well, we don't have to worry about Mule anymore. They went on a Murderous Rage and they got put in their place, which apparently under the ground. Not in the Dwarven kind of way. Well, we'll grab on that one. Unfortunately, we don't have Mule anymore, I guess. Unfortunately. I have to get a new Mule. We're gonna need another Timmy. Now you miss Mule, don't you? Don't you? So Cassandra must have only rolled once, right? Yeah, she rolled once. Oops. Any mech use at all this run? Probably not, no. Dwarves don't want that crap in their heads. Plus we're all cyclically deaf, so. Yeah, I've done a lot of those too, where you do naked brutality and you randomize everything. I think there's already a mod to randomize genes as well, which will be kind of crazy. So you could randomize your starting pawn, your starting map, your seed, your ideology, and your genes. All right, that's gonna allow bugs to spawn. Can you explain why you put plasteel at the entrance of the kill box? Because plasteel has the highest HP of any wall that's not modded. And so you want that wall to survive as long as possible. So it makes it so that it absorbs more stray shots and things like that before it breaks. Can you have high amount of trash perks that you can never eat? Someone tested that on the Discord and they got it down to where someone only needed 11 berries every 5 days. 11 berries every 5 days to keep someone fully fed. All right, bugs can now spawn. How slow is a Slowpoke compared to a baseliner? So Slowpoke is a -0.2. So it's basically like if your baseliner was like missing toes. You guys think that we can melee kill a Mega Sloth? Let's do it. Good stun. No damage yet. Got another Warhammer stun. Oh, no damage taken even. Wow. Nice. Flawless victory. Look at all that meat. I was going to say meat for days, but not really. Cooking the meat. Cooking the meat. Meat's back on the menu. All right. Mushrooms will be coming in soon. Mad wild boars. So that is a mass animal insanity. So that counts as a major event. So Cassandra is off cooldown. Those are going to wreck our traps unless I just melee. Let's just melee block them. I think we can do that. Honestly. Hopefully I don't lose any body parts here. Mass animal insanity means no scar yet either, which is nice. Is he hunting one of those? Nice. Nice. Uh-oh, we actually got a hit that time. Nice. Free food. Free food. Wild boar is more dangerous than Mega Sloth. Actually confirmed. I need to move that over here. So we're going to do a dump zone here. Clear all that. We're going to set this to importance. Go down to corpses. Put animal corpses. And allow fresh only. There we go. We're going to move into the mountain. Soon when it's ready. Probably when the Nutrifungus there starts coming in. I am thinking about doing a run where we don't do any walls or doors. Eventually. Account. Keep a prisoner for 18 days. For garbage? No, thank you. Not right now. No, thanks. I don't need garbage. That's good. Quest available, the deserter. I usually take this one. It's pretty dangerous because we are doing a bit of melee and the Empire will come with like mono swords and stuff like that, right? Also, the Empire is our closest by trade partner, so I don't think I'm going to take this one this time. Also, we're not cannibals, so this extra meat and stuff doesn't do us any good. The joiner won't be a dwarf. I don't think I'm going to do it this time. I almost always betray the Empire at the beginning. All right, did Cassandra kill us? No, we're good. Chair, 4 more years of chair. What happened with Mule? Mule had a murderous rage breakdown, and we tried to stop them, and we did by killing them. Well, it was on accident, but... A raid! Boy, I got back at the right time. A raid. This is actually a smaller raid. Oh, they're pirate. So I guess that makes sense. Never mind. I was going to say it's smaller than the last raid, but the last raid was tribal. Anything crazy? I'm not seeing anything crazy. Okay. More food. All right. Let's go ahead and put down a few more traps. We're going to turn this into a little shotgun tunnel. What the columns do? The columns make it so they typically don't stop there unless they get stunned to shoot at us. So it's depending on if you want to put down barricades versus columns, it changes things a little bit. But the downside of the columns, it has less HP than barricades. I think we're actually about to move into the mountains. Maybe I just won't worry about this, but basically it makes it so that it forces them through here so that we can melee block them even if they have guns. Is the bottom line. And they can actually shoot from back here if they get stunned out of it. And there's some other factors that can cause them to do it, but basically that's what's going on. How long until these mushrooms are good? I think we're about ready to move in here. Set this to no longer. So, right. I think when this is cleared out, we'll move in. What are you doing to the floor? Up here? Eventually, I'll smooth it. Yeah, I think we're about ready. About ready. What am I currently building? Oh, that is fungal gravel, so we can make, or so we can grow more mushrooms in there. Yeah, we will move up soon. It's so weird having only 5 colonists. I would have already done like 6 joiner rituals normally by now, but not this playthrough. Do you have any useful general tips for RimWorld beginners? So I have a lot of playthroughs up on YouTube with different starting scenarios that go through and I try to explain everything. But RimWorld is such a complex game that's really hard to give just like broad general tips. But if I had to give some, I would say just know that you can change the difficulty anytime, even while you're playing. You can go into options, you can click on gameplay, and you can change the storyteller. You can change all this anytime. So don't be afraid to set it on like even just peaceful builder or whatever. And then when you think you've settled, you're like, all right, I understand how to have it so people aren't starving. Let's try some raids. Turn up the difficulty just a little bit, or even just raid, turn on raids, and then try it. And don't be afraid to reload or you know, turn it back down or whatever. So that's one. Another big thing I would say, in general, just a broad tip, is every time someone is idle early game, throw down another research bench and put their research on 4, even if they're not good at it. That way, if they have nothing else to do, they can help you with the research. Research adds to a pool of points. It's not just a one-person job. Christ. Oh my god, I'm so not used to them being able to solo stuff like that. What's the idea to deal with bugs in this map? I'm just going to melee block and kill them until I make a bait room. Slowly without damage with that Warhammer. It's actually crazy. Our melee is really good. We are dwarves after all. We are strong. But no, I'll eventually make a bait room. I'll explain all that kind of stuff in more detail when I set it up later. Is the long range mineral scanner any good? It is, because you can set it to what you want. So you can set the long range mineral scanner to components, and it'll literally find components. You just go mine a big bunch of components, you know, or gold. It's good for like charting specific things. Oh, are we overproducing? Mule's not here, so for like gold and like I said, with compact machinery, the only good bug is a dead bug. Okay, I think we are pretty much ready to come in. So smooth walls only count as 1 wealth right now still. It's been that way since like 1.2. We thought it was a bug because it used to be 20 wealth, and now it's 1, but they still haven't fixed it, and there's been dozens of patches, so. Should be good. Start getting some of this stuff moved up. Wonder how long till our first infestation. Let's go ahead and do one of these drum festivals. Hopefully get some good mood out of it. Hey, we got it. Insect jelly. Nice. The downside is it causes dirt. Turrets are decent at keeping pawns alive. I don't really like turrets too much. A turret is the same as a level 12 shooting pawn with a short bow that's immovable. But I usually use turrets to dictate pathing and collision. I don't use them too much. It's just raw like shooting thing. But again, you know, a level 12 shooter with a short bow could be the difference in your playthrough, depending on what's going on. So it's not necessarily just flat out always terrible, but they're just not great. Select turrets any good? They're pretty expensive for how lackluster they are. But again, it really depends on like your setup and what difficulty and stuff you're playing on. For me, they're not generally worth it. I'm comparing it by DPS. So you can go search in Discord if you want, and you can go to where all the testing was done and like the clips and the charts and all that kind of crap. But basically you get the same DPS output with a turret as a level 12 shooter with a short bow. I think it's in the guides channel. Bulk goods. Nice. I'm gonna try the rocket turrets. Yeah, rocket turrets are actually pretty good. They're just not great for no pause because you can't pre-aim them. So you have to have a pawn go control it like a mortar, but you can't aim it at all, not even pre-aim it, unlike mortars, until the pawn gets there. But it's really good against clumped up, non-armored enemies. So you can actually take out like an entire late game tribal raid, as long as they're not like Neanderthals, with the rocket turret. The rocket turret is pretty decent, but it's very difficult to use with no pause, so I haven't been using them a whole lot after I tested. Again, it just depends. I would rather just have that wealth put into pawns and better weapons than turrets, right? So, but it depends. You can, if it's working for you at your difficulty level or how you like to set up your defenses, and that's fine. But yeah, turrets are a tricky thing. In the beginning of the game, when turrets were actually better on high difficulties, you could just use turrets to defend. So that's why they changed them over the years. Okay, this will be enough to go buy that EMP grenade if we get another mule. Yeah, they actually buffed turrets a little bit 1.3. Thoughts on 1.4? I like 1.4 overall, yeah. I have a thoughts video up of 1.4 on YouTube, but overall, I like it. Do you ever get bored of playing RimWorld? So, I would not have played RimWorld as much as I have. It wasn't my job, so it's one of those interesting things. Right now with biotech and everything new, obviously it's really fun to play again, but I get burned out of RimWorld all the time, but it doesn't matter because it's my job, right? So be like going to someone that's like a bank teller and being like, why have you spent so many hours working here at the bank? You know, I still like the game a lot, obviously, and especially with biotech coming out. But no, I've streamed RimWorld way more than I would have if it wasn't my job. Yeah. People ask me a lot if RimWorld's like my favorite game. It's not my favorite game, but I do like it a lot. It's a deep mountain, man. Deep mountain. We're gonna go ahead and switch over to a fueled stove here. Get that made. We'll get moved up. If I had the exact same viewers no matter what I streamed, but if I just streamed whatever I wanted, I would stream a lot of variety. Right now, I would still be playing biotech probably, but after biotech, I would be playing probably God of War Ragnarok. I'd be playing a lot of Total War Warhammer 3, all kinds of stuff. It'd be variety stuff. All right, let's move up into the mountain, and we will be playing very different, but I am gonna go ahead and start with barracks as we get moved into the mountain. And I can't wait to see when our first infestation spawns and screws us over. But so it goes, being dwarves. Why not use shelves to decrease storage clutter? We will in the long run, but right now I don't really need to. What is the clutter doing? It's literally not doing anything. So the reason I'm not using shelves right now is shelves are going to add, first of all, I'm going to have to get more material, and material at the moment is at a premium because it's early game, and it's going to cause more wealth. It's not a lot of wealth, but that also increases raid points, especially when we're at a population curve of 5 already against Cassandra. So basically building shelves right now would, and it would improve the quality of the room. You can see the math on that over in Discord as well. So at the moment, building shelves just doesn't matter. So there's no reason for me to do it. It just literally doesn't matter. It's not like we are out of space. In fact, shelves actually are considered, they take up space and make the room less spacious. And stuff on the floor doesn't. We have plenty of space right now. I will use shelves as we go through, especially as it makes sense. But at the moment, there's just no reason to. Mad Timberwolf. All right. I don't want the traps to get eaten up, especially when we can just take care of it. So I think part of, so I didn't used to get that question that much until the DLC, or until 1.4 added all the, you know, fancy new shells, single shells with a triple stack. All right, how's our beer looking? We're at 46. Okay, we got some more process in there. That's good. So I want to stop going down here pretty soon. Let's make another one up here for right now. What's the plan for the small room on the left? I'm going to actually use bedrooms in this playthrough. I'm going to play differently on purpose in this one, so I'll start out with the barracks, but I'll actually make some rooms for once. Last time I did that, so people ask me, like, why do you always use the barracks? Well, barracks are very, very strong, and I explain that a lot. But I did do a run not super long ago, a few months ago, where I didn't use the barracks. I just used bedrooms just for fun, just to play differently. And I got people in non-stop that were asking me, like, Adam, what's going on? Did they nerf barracks? Was there a hot fix? And they were serious. And I was like, no. So I'm sure I'll get that again. It's a themed run. Looking pretty decent. Can't wait for the fire inside of it. I know. Yeah. That's one downside to the hallways of mushrooms. Okay. We'll eventually bring those up. It's okay right now, though. And then we'll need a little room for the alcohol. Very important. Very important. And we'll try to get our research done for electricity. We'll start the alcohol room just right here. Good enough. Infestation, first one.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
I don't know if we can get there in time. Get out of here. Oh no, I have those rocks in the way. Soul Sapper is slow as well. All right, there's our first infestation. We don't have a great melee block set up, so this could be actually really rough. I didn't get the block out. Can I get that out really quick? Okay. First infestation. Won't be our last, that's for sure. All right, Warhammer in the front. Axe. Who's our doctor? Okay. Here we go. Good dodge. No breaking down. Okay. Infestation handled. Hey, whoa. Just hit demon. All right. First infestation down.